Swaddy Cup and welcome to Thaiger today. Well, now we're all used to finding things on our beaches. It might be a plastic bottle top, could be some old sandals or thongs as we call them in Australia, could be a few plastic bags, all sorts of things we have on our beaches. But this is something completely different. Up at Prachuap Khiri Khan, a 200 metre long 14-tonne pipe. Now the pipe is, they believe, the sort of pipe that you would use to pump oil from one ship to another. Nobody's quite sure of where it's come from or who it belongs to, but it's currently in the Lost Property Department and officials are waiting for somebody to come and pick it up. Okay, let's go to today's other main news stories. Firstly, a follow-up on yesterday's story. Three ladies, the woman who took to a pickup truck yesterday with a shovel and axe for blocking her driveway, and two of her relatives are laying the blame squarely at the door of the Bangkok Metropolitan Authority and local district officers for making their lives a misery. The driver of the bashed-up pickup says she was just shopping at a local market, but took nearly an hour before returning. The three women say the illegal parking has been an everyday problem for 10 years. Despite court orders, people continue to block their driveway on a daily basis. Local Thais are calling for lifeguards to be posted on a Pattaya beach where a Russian man drowned yesterday. A member of the public dragged the man, aged about 50, to shore, but despite the best efforts were unable to revive him. Thais responding to the story expressed their condolences but suggested that Pattaya's beaches should have proper lifeguard services if it wants to be a world-class destination. 4 people have died after a pickup truck reportedly lost control on a notorious curve, crossed the traffic island in the middle of the road and crashed into another pickup truck on the opposite lane in Krabi. The accident occurred last night on Pecha Kasem Road. Police found the wreckage of the two pickups in a drain off the road just metres away from each other. A family of 4 were in the truck. The 38 and 40-year-old parents, along with their 10-year-old son, all died. A 6-year-old family member survived the accident and was taken to hospital. The driver of the other car, a 44-year-old, was thrown from his pickup and also died in the crash. Suthep, the core leader of the now-defunct People's Democratic Reform Committee and frontman for the street protests against the Shinawatra government that led eventually to the 2014 military coup, plans to found a political party to support PM Prayut Chan-o-cha becoming premier after the next general election. A former Democrat Party list MP is saying that the party would be named the People's Democratic Reform Committee Foundation. That's catchy. He says the new party will have a different political stance from the Democrats. Coal-fired power plant protesters say they've had a victory and ended their hunger strike after the government negotiated with them after an announcement to effectively end the plans for coal-fired power plants in Krabi and Tepa in Songkhla. Shortly before the activists were due to begin a march from their protest site in front of the UN building to Government House, the Energy Minister rushed to cut a deal with them. A memorandum of understanding was signed, withdrawing the existing environmental and health impact statements within 3 days. And the Excise Department is looking to introduce a vehicle pollution tax on motorcycles in a new effort to improve air quality in the capital. He said currently excise tax on motorcycles is charged in accordance with the engine capacity, but under the study, the more carbon it emits, the more pollution tax that will be charged. The Excise Department is aiming to collect 800 billion baht excise by 2021 from an expansion of tax bases and better collection efficiencies of officials. Well, that's the main news stories from today. Just another follow-up to the story about the pickup truck parked in front of the person's house. Obviously caused quite a lot of discussion. We also found out that what we reported yesterday about the woman's husband having a problem getting out of the driveway because of people parking there and dying as a cause of it isn't in fact the truth. She was talking about a person in a few houses down the road, the same problem. The husband died because somebody was parked in front of the driveway. I think the bottom line in the whole story is don't park in front of people's driveways. Well, that's all we have for today's show. Thanks to Thai Visa Property and also to the Thailand Yacht Show, which opens tomorrow in Phuket. We'll see you again tomorrow.